So, hey, welcome back to RipsTattoo Podcast. Um, I don't know, some of you may or may not know, but I ripped my ear a long time ago, and look what I did, guys. Check that out. I mean, it looks better than nothing. So, I recommend if you've done this, if you've gauged your ears and you did it too fast and you had a blowout, I recommend gauging the two sides or piercing the two sides that are split. And so what you would do is you take like a 16 gauge needle. That's what this is, okay? And you sterilize it. Well, when you buy them, usually they're sterile, but I recommend maybe still washing it and wiping it all out with rubbing alcohol, or take a lighter and just burn the end of it, okay? Burn it far enough and clean it far enough so because you got to push this needle all the way through. So what you're going to do is when you gauge this side, you're going to take this needle and push it through here, right? Okay? And then you want smaller than a 16 gauge earring, okay? Like this is smaller than a 16, so that the rod, this middle part, the rod here, you can see right here, that goes inside the gauging needle. And that way when you push it and you get it about all the way through, okay? Then you put your earring through here, like the 14 gauge and the 16 gauge needle. So you got a 14 gauge earring, and you put it in there, and you just pull it out, and then you just put on the other end of the ball, and you screw it on. Then you do that with this other side here too. Same thing. So at first, while it's healing, you're going to have two separate earrings attached. One attached to here and one attached to here. Before you can put the post in like I have it now. Okay? And then once that's healed, you'll be able to get a post and get longer ones. Okay? Because the longer you get here, the bigger the silicone gauges you can put in. All right. Now, I'm not rich, and you guys probably ain't rich either, or you're just like DIY, do-it-yourselfers. Um, I said DIY, I meant DIY, do it yourself. So, sorry. And that's cool. And so, if you cannot afford like a silicone earring, or if you can't afford a silicone gauge, and you got like a bunch laying around that are bigger, like this one here, I recommend what you do. So you open up and you're like, okay, I want a white one to be in there. All right. So what you're gonna do? It's pretty cool stuff that I figured this out. You're gonna take this gauge, all right, and you're just gonna cut it in half. Okay. So then what you'll be able to do is then you take super glue, okay, and just imagine this being cut and fold it over, okay. So your gauge is smaller like that, okay. So the piece that you have cut, and you just super glue inside here. So you super glue it together so it's small like that, like this. If you look up real close, see that? How they overlap? All right. Now, you can cut it so it's perfectly flush and then just super glue the ends. But if I want to use this in the future, right, and go bigger, then and as I go bigger with this post, I can still use the same silicone, because that super glue, all you got to do, you take your hot glue gun and you pull out your silicone gauge, and you take your hot glue gun and you put heat to it, all right? And the super glue, this thing will just come right off. And then you just lessen it up, because if you want to make it bigger and bigger and bigger, all right? So this here process will be a process of stretching it as well. I don't know. I figured it out. I thought it was cool. I think it looks better than just having nothing there. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this works for you. If you like the channel, if you like what I'm doing here, hit the button, subscribe. You don't have to like it. You don't have to subscribe. But hey, rate me. Give me a 5-star. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it. But My goal is to, I see too many people walking around with just a split earlobe because they just stretched it too fast, blew it out, and then it healed and there was like a scab there. And once the scab came off, well, their ear came apart. And so I see too many people like that. So I'm like, you know what? What if I pierce this end and this end? And I did it myself, but I don't recommend doing it yourself. Try to have somebody that's a professional do it for you. But for me, I did it myself. I tattoo, I pierce, I do all my own piercings like that there. But I recommend if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not a professional, don't do this yourself. Have somebody that's professional do it, because if you don't do this right and you don't go up high enough, okay, this end of your skin will die. All right? Then you'll have all kinds of problems. So do it right so it looks healthy and fresh like that. And that's the video. If you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, hit the button. Share this. So I don't know, share this. Maybe this is something you can do. I'm trying to reach out to people that have wrecked their earlobe due to stretching gauges too fast. And this is just what I've done. This is what I know is working for me. So I hope it works for you. Thank you. God bless. Have a great day.